Are you wondering how to ace your medical school interview? Whether you've been invited to a panel, traditional, or multiple mini interview, the key to performing well is to be prepared. And in this video, I'll tell you everything that you need to know to succeed in your medical school interview, from the day you receive your invitation to the interview itself and after. Hi, I'm Natalie Stoberman and I'm an admissions associate here at BMO. Now before we get started, make sure that you subscribe on whatever social media channel that you're watching this on so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. And if you'd like us to help you with your medical school interview, visit bmomedinterview.com to schedule your free initial consultation. FYI, check out the timestamps in the description of this video so that you can navigate to the specific sections that you're interested in. So here's what we're going to cover. Before the interview invitation, after receiving the invitation, practice and mock interviews, knowing yourself and your application, don't memorize your answers, and tips for the day of the interview. And we're giving away $50 Amazon gift cards every week to the best comments and questions. So comment below for your chance to win. So let's get started. Before the interview invitation. Your interview for medical school requires a lot of preparation, but if you get started early enough, you can have a pleasant and productive experience that leaves your committee with a clear sense of your fit for their program. So how early is early enough? Starting the day that you're invited is certainly good, but earlier than that is even better. Unfortunately, some medical schools will only give you a couple weeks' notice, so it's wise to start preparing for a potential interview shortly after applying. If you do start that early, focus on basic info gathering like schools' interview formats, common medical school interview questions, and other more general information. Part of the benefit of starting early is that you won't have to cram with an imminent deadline hanging over your head. So take your time to seek and really understand what you might be heading into. After receiving the invitation, make sure that you get in touch right away. The very first thing you need to do in preparing for your medical school interview is to respond to your interview requests immediately. No one likes to be kept waiting, and given the volume of students that most interview committees need to process, their time is especially short and strained. Assuming you're grateful for the opportunity when you hear back from medical schools, you owe it to them to be as prompt as possible. And if you don't respond promptly, you'll give the impression that you're not especially interested in the school or its program. It's important to remember that some schools do send out more interview invitations than available slots. So in addition to being respectful, your promptness could in some cases make or break your chance to attend the interview at all. It would be devastating to be offered an interview but miss the opportunity because you failed to respond quickly enough. And more importantly, responding right away will allow you to choose an optimal date and time to schedule your interview, ensuring that you'll be able to travel and attend your interview as comfortably as possible. Next, you must determine your interview's format. You could be participating in a group interview, a traditional interview, panel interview, or even an MMI. So to prepare effectively, you need to know which of these interview types is being used by your medical school of choice. Most interview invites will outline this information for you, including both interview format and what to expect on the day of the interview. But if the invite does not contain this information, don't panic. There are a few places to obtain this information if it's not provided right away. You should be able to find this info on the school's website, but if not, sign into the Medical School Admissions Requirements, or MSAR website. This database will give you up-to-date information on the types of interviews used by medical schools. Practice and mock interviews. Once you've determined your interview's format, it's time to start practicing with sample questions and real-life mock interviews. Practice questions give you the opportunity to prepare for commonly asked questions and will give you an idea of what kind of questions you can expect. Practice questions are certainly a good start, but the most valuable practice is to go through real-life mock interviews. Mock interviews provide the closest experience that you can get to the actual interview, and therefore they're the best to bringing forth the real emotions that you will experience. The goal is to get these emotions, like stress and nervousness, under control through preparation and to familiarize yourself with the format and get personalized feedback on what to work on. A lot of the fear and anxiety that students experience during an interview comes from the fear of the unknown, like not knowing what to expect or not knowing what questions that they can be asked. Having a realistic mock interview with expert personalized feedback from a medical school advisor will let you know exactly how you can come across and give you insight into the strength and quality of your responses. This feedback can help identify weaknesses, help you structure your answers, and most importantly, provide you with an adaptable strategy for nearly any type of question. This kind of adaptability is key. It's not about memorizing tons of answers or trying to guess exactly which questions that you'll be asked. It's about mastering a flexible technique to calmly and confidently answer any type of question that's thrown at you. Confidence can absolutely be developed, and the right kind of medical school interview prep can significantly accelerate this development. Know yourself and your application. Preparing for your interview takes a lot of self-reflection. You have to understand yourself, your choices, and your motivations in order to share them with others, which is exactly what you will do in your interview. You can expect to be asked questions like, why medicine? Why do you want to be a doctor? And the dreaded, tell me about yourself. These questions are not easily answered on the spot. They need ample brainstorming and thoughtful reflection in order to have an authentic and believable response. In addition to knowing yourself, you need to know your application components inside and out, including your medical school personal statement and extracurriculars. Depending on whether your interview is open or closed, your evaluators may have access to your application. And if they do, be prepared to answer some specific questions. For example, if you contributed to a research paper, no matter how small your contribution may be, you can expect to be asked questions surrounding the research. So make sure that you revisit your application regularly so that you can familiarize yourself with the contents. Then you'll be able to speak about more of them far more confidently than if you simply dump everything into the AMCAS work and activities section and forget about it. Don't memorize your answers. There are some students that believe that the best way to prepare for an interview is to memorize their answers. They think that when they're asked a question for which they've tirelessly prepared for, they can restate a well-memorized response and dazzle their interviewers. Unfortunately, that couldn't be further from the truth. There are two main problems with relying on a catalog of memorized responses. First and foremost, a canned answer will always sound postured or fake. Evaluators want to get to know the real you and hear about your experiences, accomplishments, and motivations for pursuing medicine. Evaluators listen to dozens, if not hundreds of students give answers to these questions every single year, and they can tell a memorized answer from a genuine one without breaking their poker face. That's not to say that a memorized answer can't be truthful, but for seasoned interviewers, a well-worn response will just seem off and likely give them a sense that it isn't entirely sincere. The second issue with memorizing answers is that it often backfires. If you receive a slightly varied version of a question that you have a canned response for, it's very difficult to modify your burned-in response in the moment. Some students in this situation simply end up repeating what they've memorized, which is now likely inappropriate and doesn't directly answer the question, or may include irrelevant information. Memory blanks are also a strong possibility with memorization. Memorization is fundamentally opposed to flexibility and natural thought. So if you forget a line or skip sentences in your memorized response, it can affect the entire piece, leading to a complete blank in thought. In cases of strong nervousness, you may forget your answer entirely, leaving you stunned or spaced out in the face of what otherwise seems like a normal and totally manageable question. The best strategy is to think of a few important points or experiences that you'd like to discuss and practice your answers using these points. But note that your response will likely differ slightly each time that you give your answer, which is a good thing. Explore the ways that your answers come up when asked a question. Pay attention to the surrounding ideas and context that make your answer your own. And you may even want to consider a daily meditation or mindfulness practice to gain confidence in understanding and plumbing the depths of your thoughts and motivations. Given that medical school is incredibly stressful and fast-paced, heading into it with a better sense of your own mental center can be extremely helpful. both in interviews and throughout your medical career. Tips for the day of the interview. The big day is here, but don't panic. Provided that you've maintained a smart and consistent preparation schedule up to this point, there are only a few more things to keep in mind. And the interview itself should feel natural or even illuminating for you and your committee. Tip number 1, be keen and arrive early. The last thing that you need on your interview day is more stress, which is inevitable if you don't give yourself enough time and end up running late. In general, you should arrive at the location the day before your interview. This gives you plenty of time to familiarize yourself with your new surroundings, especially if this is an interview that you've flown in for. You want to have the opportunity to explore the campus and find your exact interview room, so that on the day of your interview you can feel confident and comfortable knowing exactly where to go and what awaits you inside. Arriving the day before also allows you to relax and settle in and get a good night's sleep. Few things feel worse than knowing that you bombed an interview simply because your brain was fried from insomnia. And as a general rule, you should try to arrive roughly 20 to 30 minutes before registration on the day of your interview. If you're driving yourself, give yourself more time to allow for navigation and parking. This will give you a chance to grab something to eat, have a drink, or use the restrooms before you begin. You can even meditate or at least sit quietly and settle your breathing. Plus, arriving early gives you some wiggle room in case of traffic. Be prepared and give yourself at least a little more time than you think you need. Tip number 2, dress appropriately. To dress appropriately means to dress professionally. Remember, your evaluators will be assessing if you're suitable for the profession, so look like a professional. If you show up in loungewear or jeans, it shows that you really don't care about the interview or even providing a basic sense of composure. You may be on a university campus, but you don't want to blend in with the students who've been guzzling energy drinks and pretzels in the library for 20 hours straight. Our medical school interview attire blog is an in-depth guide that will tell you exactly what you should and shouldn't wear to your medical school interviews. Tip number 3, be friendly and respectful to everyone you meet. There are eyes and ears everywhere on campus, and owners of those eyes and ears often know each other pretty well regardless of position. That person that you ran into without apologizing, or that person that you rudely ordered a coffee from, may relay your discourteous or unprofessional behavior to someone directly involved with your interview. So always put your best self forward. Smile, introduce yourself, say please and thank you, and do all the little things that you've been taught since childhood. This also goes for MMI acting or collaboration stations. An actor in your scenario may be portraying a belligerent character, or you may have to work with a difficult student or evaluator in a collaboration station. Keep your cool and respect the thoughts and opinions of others, even if you don't agree with them. You can check out our blog for tips to ace the MMI collaboration acting stations. Tip number 4, make excellent first and last impressions. First and last impressions are valuable because they stick. It's simply the way our brains work. Barging into the room late and out of breath is not going to get you anywhere, and it's incredibly hard to recover from a bad first impression. Don't put yourself in the position of having to dig yourself out of a pit throughout your interview because you started it on the wrong foot. Introduce yourself politely when you first arrive. Make eye contact, smile, and try to remember your evaluators' names. Of course, don't panic if you're terrible with names and have a hard time holding on to them. The important thing is that you were friendly and introduced yourself. And when you leave, don't forget to thank your interviewers for their time and make sure that you do it with another round of eye contact, a smile, and one last handshake. Then you can leave with your head held high. Tip number 5, ask for clarification. This is something that a lot of students wish they did but were too nervous to actually do. If you're presented with a question and you don't understand it, ask for more information. Even if you feel silly asking, it's much better to do so than to wobble through an entire answer and then have the interviewer point out that it wasn't what they asked. Be engaged. Don't let nerves glue your mouth shut. You're the focus on the interview, so feel encouraged to actively participate in it. Be conversational and try to let go of all that's riding on this interview and instead engage in an actual dialogue. If your interest in medicine and the school that you're interviewing with is sincere, You should be able to let this emotional attachment go and guide you to ask relevant questions in order to fully respond. Check out our blog to read more on how to ace your medical school interview. I've included a link in the description of this video for easy access. And if you would like us to help you with your medical school interview, visit bmomedinterview.com to schedule your free initial consultation. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, so please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. And if you have any questions about medical school interviews that I didn't cover in this video, let me know in the comment section and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Don't forget that we're giving away $50 Amazon gift cards every week to the best comments and questions. So comment below for your chance to win. Thanks for watching and see you next time.